Greetings from Cybertron. This is SoundJack here with a review of the Transformers Galaxy Force Voyager class Soundblaster. So, like all of the reviews this week, this was a TFCon purchase. I ended up picking up him as one of the last figures. There was a guy in the lobby of the hotel that was selling off a bunch of figures, and I saw the Soundblaster and he said $40. I'm like, I'm not sure I can do $40 right now. Then I looked at Crosswise, who he was going to sell for $5, and said, if you get Soundblaster, I'll throw on Crosswise for free. And I'm like, it's a black sound. It's a very nice looking Japanese exclusive. This is technically part of the Cybertron toy line, I guess, but it was only ever released in Japan and it was called Galaxy Force in Japan, so that's why I'm calling it a Galaxy Force figure. But again, it was a Japanese exclusive, $40, and I get another figure entirely free. And it's like, okay, I think that's a good enough deal. And he is called Soundblaster. He is based off of the Japanese exclusive cartoon Headmaster's upgrade of Soundwave that was called Soundblaster. But in fiction, he has also been presented as Logos Prime, one of the original Transformers, one of the 13, sometimes, and was in a brief comic that did feature him squaring off against Vector Prime. So hey, I'll take it. I'll take a member of the 13 on my shelf, and this does look very, very nice in the very nice black and gold color scheme. So let's take a closer look at his vehicle mode at the moment. Like I said, it is predominantly black. All of the blue on this toy has been straight up replaced with black. Well, this black was originally there on the toy. So is this gray and that gold right there. But the purple translucent windows have been replaced by red. Some gold paint is going on there. Red bits here and there. A lot of nice gold going on along the wings and the sides, and a little bit of gold going on those silver tail fins right there. You can see all of that nice detailing, and then you got the same crotch leg issue going on right there. Not much to do about that. You got the back going on there. You got the underside with his chest with Soundblaster's head sticking out. Some other details going along the underside. It is surprising how much detail there is on the underside of this, despite not being really a part of the standard display. And then yeah, you got all of that. He does have 3 wheels going on, so he is completely rollable. He is a rolling jet, and he does come with a fair few accessories. The same ones as Soundwave does, if you saw that review. He comes with his 2 bomb blasters that are able to store either under his wings, if you can get them pegged in correctly. They do seem to have a preferred method of attachment, and especially with this one, it's harder to find. Sometimes they are a bit hard to find. Nope, that's not right. It's gotta be this way somehow. There we go. Like that. Yeah, you can do that, or you can store it in Soundwave. Store them in Soundwave's chest. He also comes with a reduco of Laserbeak as Hell Buzzsaw. We'll take a stop here and take a quick look at him. You got a lot of gold going on. You got all of that gold going on. You got that gold going on. It's pretty much just the red of Laserbeak is replaced with gold, though he does have a little bit more gold. Hell Buzzsaw does have a bit more gold right there that is lacking in red on Laserbeak here. And we'll transform him really quick. So you pull the wings out. Pull the wings out like so. You pull the feathers of the wings out like so. You'll pull the tail out, straighten that tail out, flip the head up, and flip the feet down like so. And then you got Hell Buzzsaw in his bird mode. And he's very nice bird. Looks very nice. Again, very similar to Laserbeak. If you'll give me a second. Here he is next to Laserbeak. And you can see, again, they are pretty much the same toy, just black. Just predominantly black, just predominantly red replaced with gold, a little bit of extra gold on the back. Eyes are different shades of colors. The Laserbeak's is red, Buzzsaw is more yellow. I feel like the exact gray plastic used to mold the gray pieces is a slightly different shade. It looks like it to me. Let me flip him around like that. Yeah. The legs are slightly different molded in a slightly different gray plastic. That's really about it. Again, and articulation on Buzzsaw. You got the wings. You can flap them. You can pivot the feathers however you want. You can fold this all the way in to like close up his wing, like have him like a perched position. You got the legs. There's a hinge there. Able to rotate like so. A hinge in the foot that's nearly able to rotate a full 360. Maybe more like a 270. You can pivot that tail a bit, and then you got the head that can go down and up, like so. And you can see all that nice molded detail on Hell Buzzsaw there. And I shall return Hell Buzzsaw back into his bomb form for to show off the Cyber Key gimmick, which I will say is the same as the one on Soundwave. But he does also include his Cyber Planet key. It is basically the same as Soundwave's. It is an orange Decepticon Planet X Decepticon Cyber Planet key with a nice silver border going on there. But if you'll note on the back, there is absolutely no Cyber key code on the Cyber key. But it works the same way as on Soundwave. There is the Cyber key port right there. You plug the Cyber key in on the top, and then what will happen is that the trap door that is his chest will open, and then you can store any of the bombs inside. I have to pull the Cyber key out to actually get that to close. And then you just place the key in, and then if it'll stay, and then you can drop bombs out of Soundwave, which is fun, which can be fun. Yeah, I'll take those off for now. Yeah. Now let's get into some size comparisons. Here he is with Legends class Bumblebee. You can see how they scale together. Deluxe class Chrome Dome. You see how that scales. Voyager class Megatron. And you can see how they scale next to each other. Soundblaster is a larger Voyager class than Megatron is. And Leader class 6-shot. And Soundblaster is just longer than 6-shot in this form. And for a quick comparison, let's take a look at Soundwave. Oops, sorry about that, camera. And quick comparison between Soundwave and Soundblaster. In their vehicle modes, you can see all the blues change to black. You can see that's still the same. The purple, translucent purple is the same. Again, like with Laserbeak and Buzzsaw, the grays that they use to mold the gray plastic they use to mold the gray bits, it is a slightly different shade. Yeah, and you can see some bits of this silver paint are replaced in gold. The gold seems a bit bright. It seems a different shade on Soundblaster as well, or Soundwaves is just a tad more like yellowy. And yeah, and you can see all the differences all over the place. Yeah. But that's all there's to say on Soundblaster in his vehicle mode. So let's roll right along to the robot mode. And if you saw the Soundwave transformation, this is exactly the same. You'll fold the wings down like so. Take that bit, fold it up, and you'll come down here, and you're gonna lift the entire canopy up, fold, pull the legs out. There are slots in the bottom of his feet that fit those tabs right there. You pull them out like so. Rotate this around. That gray tab will go into that slot right there. And then that post right there will go into that port right there. And that's going to lock the crotch into place. And you'll just come down, straighten out the legs, rotate the legs. The legs will be bent at an angle in order to get them into jet mode, so you're going to need to straighten them out like so. You fold the feet up, you straighten the heel out, and then you repeat that on the other side. Fold the leg down, rotate the leg, straighten the leg out, flip the foot out, straighten out the heel, and fold those skirt pieces down, and boom, you got Soundblaster's legs all done. Next thing we're going to do is going to work on the arms. We're going to pull this arm out. That post goes into that hole in that forearm. And then move that off to the side like so, from those hinges folding like that to folding like that. And then we'll come down here. We're going to unpeg the nose cone. That post goes into a hole in the nose cone. You gotta trust me on that. It's gonna be there it is. There's that hole. You pull all of that out. The arm sits in that position right there, and then we're just gonna pull that all the way out, and we're just gonna have it sitting like so. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this all this wing assembly is gonna have to fold down. I'm gonna first fold it down at that hinge right there, like so, and then it's all gonna slide. And there are two posts right there that are going to go into two slots right there. If that arm will get out of my way so you can see what I'm talking about. They will just slide on in, and then the two posts in the side of his chest will go into two ports in that arm right there. And on this side, there's one post that goes into one slot on that arm right there. Then you just strain the arms, the arm kibble out. And then you'll come down, flip the head down, rotate the head, and boom, you got Soundblaster in his robot mode, and very nice looking. This looks so nice. I gotta raise the camera up because he's got a lot of wing going on. He's got a lot of wings. Got a very, what should I wings on Soundblaster. So let's take a closer look at Soundblaster himself. You can see he's got black helmet, silver on the cheeks, nice gold faceplate, a little bit of black going on for that goatee, and the same translucent red that was used before, and it is light piping capable. It's got his chest door. It's in the same gold as the other gold, also same translucent red. No Decepticon symbol, no anything symbols on Soundblaster. There are absolutely no faction symbols to be found, which is very acceptable to me, as I am making him one of the 13, and they don't necessarily need faction symbols, since they weren't necessarily around, well, most of them weren't around during the Great War, so got a little bit of silver picking out bits on the lower torso. You got a little bit of red going on up in those places right there. You pretty much saw the legs in robot mode, and I do have to say that this silver is a brighter silver than the paint on Soundwave's feet right here, because it's just made to just look like the same gray as other parts of the figure. But this is very nice silver, and that looks very nice. You got some red stripes going on his forearms. You got just some molded speakers going on those forearms right there. And then you got the entire cockpit section as a shield, and you just got the nose cone hanging off his one arm. Oh, and then of note, on this side of the wings, it's gold paint, and then if you come on this side, you get a very nice, very, very metallic-y red going on there. It's very nice. It looks very nice. And then the back is very just flat black and gray. For articulation, Soundwave's head is Soundblaster's, I apologize, is able to rotate full 360 and has wiggle, waggle, bobble movement capabilities. I guess you can use that joint if you want him to really look up, but that kind of breaks his neck. His arms, they're able to rotate. They'd probably be able to go full 360 if these wings were not in the way. They are able to go that far out though. There is a bicep swivel right there that allows him to bend. There's an elbow bend in his elbow that allows him to bend a 90-degree angle. And then the shield, you can kind of position however you want. If you want it sitting back a bit more or sitting forward a bit more, though it's probably supposed to sit back a bit more. In a very interesting thing, Soundblaster has asymmetrical articulation on him, because while this side doesn't have any shoulder articulation, this side has a bit of like unhinged shoulder articulation. So, and if you saw the Soundwave review, you know that is so as a Buzzsaw can perch on Soundblaster's forearm, and Soundblaster can look at him. And we'll get to that in a little bit. And then you got this bit that just kind of hinges and just really gets in the way. The shield arm is not that bad because you can do something, you can kind of like poke it behind there, but like it's a lot more annoying with this massive nose cone thing. I would have preferred that to stay on the back, but whatever, because it's too late to change that design now, certainly over 10 years later. Then the legs, they're able to articulate. They're able to bend that far forward, that far back because it just runs in a kibble, and that far out, and all of it is on a ratchet. All of that is on a ratchet. These skirt pieces do move up and down, so there's room for the legs to go. There is a thigh swivel. There is a hinge. There's a ratcheted knee that allows him to bend 45, 60 degrees. I don't know how far that is, but it's certainly not as tight as on the copy. That hinge is not as tight as the hinge on my Soundwave copy. You can break his leg if you want. You can break his leg because of the transformation. And his heel is able to pivot, and so is his toe. That's all there is on his articulation. So now back to his accessories. I'm going to get Soundblaster to stand again. We'll show off the cyber key first, just to show off how the gimmick works again. The port has moved to his lower back, so you plug that in, and his chest will open, and you can store things in his chest, like so. And then, if Soundblaster will care to stand, he's got his two blasters. They do transform, and they are basically the same differences as would be expected from Soundwave's blasters to Soundblaster's blasters. Translucent purple replaced red, and the gray is a slightly darker gray than the used on Soundwave. And to transform this particular weapon of his, sometimes it's hard to do. You're gonna take and you're gonna rotate that entire assembly around. You're gonna flip that barrel down. You're gonna flip that barrel out, and then you're gonna take this, you're gonna flip that hinge, and it's gonna fold down like so. And then you got his hand-mounted blaster. And then you come over here, and you take this one, you flip that red bit out, that red bit out, and this red bit out, and you'll flip down the post, and then you'll rotate a full 360, and this can be held in his hand or be used as a shoulder cannon. And this one can't be used as a shoulder cannon just because of how things and stuff work. Though I do have to question, does this port, that's probably not going to work because, yeah, nope, that's not going to work. That's just for the transformation. I was wondering if like I could give him a wrist-mounted cannon or something, but no, that's not going to happen. That is not happening today. And he doesn't want to hold his weapon. Good on you, Soundwave. Good on you. Making me look like a liar, saying you can hold your... There you go. See? Easy peasy. Was that so hard, Soundblaster? It was not. I do wish the shoulder cannon could articulate up more, because all it can do is articulate down. I just wish it could articulate up a bit. But he is able to hold his weapons like so. I'll take them out for now. And then, of course, on the accessories list, he has held Buzzsaw, which I'll just transform again on camera very quickly. pull all of those things out, all that out, flip the head out, and then you got Hello Buzzsaw, and he has this post on his his stomach, which allows him to peg into other 5mm ports, including the ones on top of Soundblaster's wings, if you can see that, and of course the one, sorry Soundblaster, on his right forearm, like so. You gotta finagle it a little bit, but you're able to get him perched on there, and there's Hell Buzzsaw with Soundblaster. And again, that all looks very, very, very nice. And I'm going to leave him like this for the comparison with Soundwave, but it is now time to get into some robot mode size comparisons. Here he is with Legends class Bumblebee. And Bumblebee comes up to about his kneecaps right there. Deluxe class Chrome Dome, with Chrome Dome making it to about the bottom of that chest panel right there. Voyager class Megatron, with Soundblaster just being a bit taller at the head. Leader class 6-shot, with 6-shot clearly being taller. Soundblaster's making it up to those wings on his chest. But his Soundblaster's back wings also almost basically making it to the top of 6-shot's head. And of course, here he is next to Soundwave and Wheeljack. So you can see how it looks next to them. And then just a quick closer comparison between Soundblaster and Soundwave, and you can see all the color differences going on between the two of them in robot mode. And yeah, Soundblaster looks very nice. Very nice. Good on you, Takara. Good on you. You made this toy look very good. Like Soundwave, he does have issues with a lot of kibble being in a lot of unfortunate places to prevent really good articulation, but you are able to get some nice poses out of him. The paint, again, is a lot nicer than that on Soundwave. So if you're looking for a better paint, or if you're more into black, this might be a different option for you if you were interested in the mold. Though, of course, as this is a Japanese exclusive, this one is going to be a bit more expensive to get than the regular Soundblaster. So it's all up to you if you want to pick him up, if you'd like to get him at any point or not. You're only getting him on eBay, so maybe you can avoid it. Maybe you'll find a good one for a good price. But again, I like it. I very much like it. I prefer Soundwave over Soundblaster, Soundwaves over Soundblasters, but this is a very nice Soundblaster. So that's all I have to say on Soundblaster and Hell Buzzsaw. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SoundJack426. Also, please consider donating on my Patreon page to help support the channel. All the links will be in the description below. Thanks for tuning in. This is SoundJack signing off.